All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Madhouse. I'm Maddie Smith, your host. I look like shit today, but it's all gonna be okay. Oh, man. Look at my fucking face, dude. Gotta stop. I got into these Chesapeake cookies last night. Soft-baked birthday cake flavor. And it's, I gotta change a couple things. But it's not going to happen because tonight I'm eating funfetti cake. Okay, so welcome to another episode of the Madhouse. We got a returning guest, a fucking favorite here, Mike Recine. So he comes in, we shoot the shit, we get crazy. So stay tuned for that. As always, we got exclusive content up on gasdigital.com. So go use promo code MAD to get in there and watch me shoot the shit with Caroline and Jorge today. What else can I tell you? Thank you everyone who came out to shows in Austin, Creek in the Cave. We had a blast. And coming up for my tour, taking a little break in April, but you can see me April 30th at Philly Helium, May 3rd through 5th. I'm in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Looney Bin, and then Bricktown Comedy Club, MaddySmithComedy.com. Tickets are now live. That's May 1st through 4th. In Oklahoma, Tulsa, and then Oklahoma City. June 27th and June 28th, we're coming to Fort Collins, Colorado. That's the Comedy Fort, MaddySmithComedy.com. July 5th and 6th, I'm coming to Indianapolis, doing 3 shows at the White Rabbit Cabaret. And July 11th through fucking 12th, I'm going to Hyenas in Albuquerque, New Mexico. MaddySmithComedy.com. April 17th, which is tomorrow, I'm doing a show at City Winery in New York City. That's Manhattan. So if you live in New York, come out to that. I think I'm doing another show in Brooklyn in May at the Flophouse Comedy Club. So if you guys live in New York and you haven't been able to catch a show, come out. Come out. It's fun. It's fun. It's a laugh. Bring your girlfriend. Bring your boyfriend. And we will have a gaff and a half. MaddySmithComedy.com for all show, all tour tickets. You can also check out my merch at that website. A lot of Madhouse stuff. We got Madhouse hats, Madhouse koozies, and a couple Maddie Smith shirts that are flying off the racks as we speak. No tariffs on these, baby. American made. Comfort colors, okay? Because we supported Trump back in 2006. So stay tuned for Mike Recine. Is this on? I don't see a count up button, Jorge. It is? Okay. All right. Edit. We'll see you guys in the Madhouse with Mike Recine. Bye.
Look at this. Look how big this collar is.
It's definitely meant to be folded down.
Like, when am I going to be comfortable with myself?
It's definitely, yeah, you look like Dracula. You look like Dracula's at, dinner on a Thursday.
It's too much. I gotta take it in or something. Can you take in this collar?
It's meant to be fold down.
Like this, right?
Where's it from?
Banana Republic.
Really?
I paid full price for it.
Damn, you're keeping them in business. I haven't been to a Banana Republic in years. There's a Banana Republic outlet store near my place. Mm-hmm. Astoria. We have like Express outlet, Gap outlet.
Well, the sales can be good.
Yeah.
Express is okay.
No, it's not.
No, I guess it's not.
That's like late night Albanian.
Sure, but in high school,
hookah bar.
In high school, I was trying to find myself, and I wore a lot of Express. I got like an orange sweater from Express.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, it was like
let's go.
Orange.
Hello, I am Mike.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I am from a gay town.
Oh, yes.
We're off today, huh?
Yeah, we are. We just, shout out Madhouse. We're here. We're with Mike Recine. We just did Mike's pod, and we were both like, mm-hmm.
I think I have some hair in my mouth.
Then I smoked a little bit because I was like, I guess this is what I have to do to engage because I'm a fucking tree stump.
I know.
When it's just me.
You just never know. Yesterday I was like, this is great. I'm going to do a podcast with Maddy. It's going to be so effortless.
I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about how much we were gonna laugh and
How
all
much
the
we were gonna
riffs.
laugh, yeah, and all the
Oh
riffs,
my God,
and all
my
the bits,
eyes were wide open.
all the bits and all the characters.
Yeah, I would
sometimes-
close my eyes and be like, I have to write that down.
Yeah.
And-
Sometimes you're sitting there and you go, God, there's a character right there, and I can't quite get it.
I have to sit up and dip
I
my
keep, like,
feather into
airballing.
ink and.
I'm like a basketball player who just got served with like child support papers or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just off.
Just off.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I feel a little bit better now, maybe because I'm in home court.
You're in home court, and I feel better too because I'd rather just. I like to chime in.
I know. I
don't want to direct the show.
When I go on someone else's pod, I'm like, I'm the funniest. I'm the funniest person in the literal world. I'm the funniest person in the world. When people come on my pod, I am like a low budget 60 minutes interviewer. I'm like, so you had kids in what year?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that must have been hard.
Yeah.
Leslie Stahl.
Yeah, I'm like Barbara fucking Walters. What's going on, Mike?
I don't know. Nothing really. I'm just hanging in there, plugging away. Taxes are due.
I know. I got a call
Rent's
from my
due.
business manager yesterday.
Yeah.
Man,
I have to
we
issue.
should not be taxed.
No. We should just get a bill for. Well, no, because then I guess, but doing the write-offs is kind of fun.
Doing the write-offs is fun.
You
But
see that number, and then you go, all right, what can I write off here?
I mean, it's basically like everything for me, to be honest. Yeah, it's like I have a business card.
I don't think I've ever had to. I don't think I've ever had to claim my Venmo income on my tax.
That's good. See, my problem, I'm having a problem. I'm having a problem.
Yeah.
Having a problem. I got a business manager, and he's very serious.
Yeah.
Where is this income from? Why does it matter?
Why does it matter? Yeah.
I thought we could just. Dang it. There's like no money for yourself. He like reports everything.
Right.
When I was reporting taxes, I was like,
And my wife and I had an accountant, this guy in Staten Island, who was like an ex-cop.
Yes.
And he was like the biggest, like he's just this like fat scumbag.
Absolutely.
we just go to his office. We went to his office one time
On Staten Island.
On Staten Island, he had a big TV with Newsmax on, and he was just like, he said a bunch of like racist stuff, and then he had a bunch of like whiskey on the thing.
Oh yeah, Don Draper.
Yeah, and I was like, Deb, people watch Newsmax now because they don't like Fox News.
Right.
He's like, yeah, Fox News, they're just too liberal. They're too liberal.
Right. Yeah. No, I know. What's that other one? AA something.
Yeah, AAN or OAN.
AON.
Yeah.
AON. Yeah.
But then guess what happened to Tommy?
Can I guess?
Guess. I bet you'll guess.
Drunk driving accident.
Close.
Heart attack.
Oh, shot by a
Close.
civilian. Shot by a
Close.
civilian.
It was a medical thing.
Shot by a civilian. Oh,
Not
medical
shot
stroke.
by a civilian 'cause
Stroke.
he's not.
Stroke.
Close.
Fall.
A specific medical choice that he
COVID.
that didn't make. Died of COVID.
Really?
Died of COVID. Yeah. And I was like, what happened? And she was like, my wife, because I'm hearing it like third hand, because her whole family on Staten Island like uses him.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, he was already fat, and then he got COVID, and he died.
know. And they were telling us, if you're fat, you're fucked.
Yeah.
If you're fat, you're fucked.
Because I'm sure all her aunts were like, he was a fat piece of shit.
Absolutely.
That's why he died.
He probably has 6 sisters who are like me. He never took care of himself.
Yeah.
He never soda every day.
Yeah.
Who the f- is drinking soda?
Because my wife's family, they're like all unvaccinated, but some of them work out.
Right.
So the ones
right.
who work out are like, you can't be fat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They like
They
go
don't
to
get
their
you.
local gym that has like a big garage door that they open when you work out there in the morning. You know, like gyms with a garage door.
Yeah. People like to victim blame a lot. I've
Yeah.
noticed.
But I
think
think
it-
okay. Yeah. That's what you're talking about.
But I think it
The guy
stops you
dying
from
and
like
stuff.
the guy dying,
Oh,
but
yeah,
they're like, oh, he
everyone.
died because he was fat. You know, it wasn't anybody else's.
I noticed that. And people like to victim blame on Twitter. Twitter's a lot of like 2 sides to everything. Whereas
Right.
before, like maybe 4 years ago, I was like, yeah, that's rape.
Yeah.
And now on Twitter, will be like, whoa,
right.
she obviously is annoying.
You really get to hear from.
You're like, oh wow,
You really get to hear every
this
perspective.
website's got me
nowadays.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, Elon did that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
But I think victim
but then
blaming-
I pop in there because I get good engagement on stuff that I post. So I'm like, hey, if any of you schlubs want to come to a show,
Yeah, it's another avenue.
I'm in
to-
Austin.
Yeah.
Would,
Right.
smash,
Right.
fuck.
But like being a comedian is a very like undignified life.
It's humiliating.
But it's like, but we just want to sell tickets.
That at the end of the day,
You know.
That's why it's
everything
like-
I do. Yeah.
when people comment negative things, I'm like, I don't care.
I don't
You're
wanna do
commenting on
this.
like my tour marketing.
Yeah.
Like I really just want people in the seats
Just want people to see
for these fucking shows.
Yeah.
Over anything. So you can say all the shit that you want, but at the end, I'm just really looking at those ticket counts and like hoping for a good deal.
It's almost like
so
being
that
in
I can
politics.
Keep things moving.
It's like being in politics.
It is
It's like
really
everybody hates you and it's degrading.
Yep.
But it's like there's no other alternative.
But there are
I have
constituents who might vote for you.
Yeah.
And you need to campaign for that vote.
Need to campaign for that vote.
A 2-drink minimum is a vote for me.
Yeah.
So I'll see you there.
Right.
Vote for Maddy. That's what we're doing. Vote for Maddy.
Vote for Maddy, yeah.
Vote for Mike.
Vote for Mike.
And right now I would call, when you see like candidates or something and it's like 54%, blah, blah, blah. And then 15 people down here at less than 1.
That's you?
I'm not. I'm one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, can't believe she's still trying.
Yeah.
Does that feel good for her? To do that?
Yeah, it does.
Taking away votes from the main.
But it's nice when you show up.
Right. That's how it feels. You're taking away votes from the main.
Yeah, but when you show up at the club and they go, hey, we got like 80 people in here tonight.
It is.
That feels good.
It is good. I think there are really good aspects of it that people miss out on because they're obsessed with like exponential growth within 3 years. So if you get to a club and you sold more than last time, you're like, in my heart, I feel good.
Yeah.
But my brain says I'm bad.
Right. Now, how do you feel about talking about comedy on the show? Do you think it's like, do you think people like to hear about it? Or do you, sometimes I go like, oh, nobody gives a shit about this.
Dude, I have no fucking idea. I stopped looking at YouTube comments.
You did?
So I have no idea what's going on out there.
Right.
Caroline could be monitoring an 80 view episode for all I know. And she's just like, good job.
Right.
Keep her distracted.
Right. Well, it's out of your control.
It's like if a club doesn't want to tell you ticket sales so you don't get mad. Oh, sorry. 13.
I think people want to know though, because I feel like everyone's obsessed
People
with
like
comedy
it.
right now.
I think it's people love obsessed with comedy. I think they love hearing the behind the scenes.
They do. It's so boring. It's so boring.
Yeah, but you got to make it funny, make boring funny.
Yeah.
Make boring funny.
But it's just like it's the airport, the hotel, and the posting of clips.
Like all of my new material is about hotels,
right,
and flying, and getting into verbal 4 verbal interaction stories now.
That's why I wanted to talk about books.
And he said to me, and I said to him.
Yeah.
Like guys, I've had multiple times men in the past couple years say weird shit to me.
I got into a little road rage thing on Saturday.
Okay, what happened?
I was getting off the BQE, and I was like, I guess I was like listening to music, and sometimes you're in the car, you're behind the person driving slow, and you go, what the fuck is wrong with you? But then sometimes you're the one driving slow.
I know, and you say, get off my fucking ass.
Yeah.
You want to pass, you want to pass.
Right.
Anything I do is right, basically.
Yeah, but sometimes I get like driving slow because it's like there's traffic all the time, so nothing you can do about it. So this guy like drives around me and like, which I don't care. I don't care about somebody driving around me. But
I don't care, but I'm going to roll down my window and spit on your...
But he gives me the finger as he's like going around me.
Got it.
And then so it's like right off the exit on the thing, and I was able to I pulled up next to him and I rolled my window down, and I said, you feel like a tough guy? And then he said, because he said first, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, do you feel like a tough guy? And he was like, what do you mean? I just drove around you. And I said, and then he like kind of, I think he kind of like scurried away from me a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like he scurried because I drove around you, and then I also flipped you off. He didn't say that.
Yeah.
I just drove around you.
Yeah.
You don't find that stressful when you're on the road?
What?
Like trying to have a conversation with someone while you're driving?
It was on like an exit ramp.
Oh, okay.
And I just.
Oh, so you're right. You were kind of like right next to each other and stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. Still stressful for me.
Stressful, cold out too.
And I had just helped my friend do some yard work. So I was feeling a little
Oh, you're feeling masculine.
I was feeling a little masculine.
Yeah, you got the tea coursing through you.
Yeah.
A little bit of sun.
Yeah.
You lifted big things and you put them down.
Right. Because I can't. That's how I felt a little bit. I said
do that.
I'm the alpha.
He didn't do
and
that.
He was,
so he
and
said,
you know what? He was fat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do what you do.
Should have started with that.
And I was like, and I wanted to like do it. I wanted to do it again.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to kill this guy.
Yeah, no. When when people are like, oh, you ever replay something you said, and you're like, I wish I said this. I'm saying I wish I killed them.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I did it.
I wanted to hang him upside down.
Yeah.
But you really can't be like fucking with people on the road.
No, you can't, and
You
you
know?
really can't really do much because you turn around, someone's gonna be filming you, and then it's I'm on Twitter. Who's this Karen? And it's me.
But see, my fantasy is like I end up on TikTok, but then everybody sides with me in the comments.
That's awesome. Yeah.
They're like, who's this alpha that doesn't take any shit?
400,000 comments.
Yeah.
Like, who's this king?
Who's this king? Yeah.
King.
I want to suck him off.
And then you're on the Kelly Clarkson show.
You're on the Kelly Clarkson show. Yeah. Here's a man who stood up for himself. Yeah. But do
Great
girls?
Mike Recine.
Yeah. I'm on. What's,
1, 2, 3, 4.
oh, you walk down the hallway.
Mike Recine. Jennifer Hudson show.
And they're like, let's roll the footage, and it's just you being like, because you're saying slurs. Yeah.
Wow, you
But do
are
girls-
like a local legend now.
But I imagine
Won't be able to
women.
buy a drink for 6 months.
Yeah.
Side note, that was what one of the cops said in Karen Reed's story. Put a pin in that.
Oh, you want to get into that?
I mean, if you want to get into that, you want to get into that. What were we going to say?
So what's happening there? She's innocent. Now I feel like with true crime, there's got to be like a industrial, like I feel like if somebody could be innocent,
Right.
the true crime industrial complex will be like they're definitely innocent. Stephen Avery.
Oh, if you Google Karen Reed, did she do it? There's a Reddit
Amanda
thread.
Knox. Amanda Knox probably did it,
There's
right?
a Reddit thread of 5 million comments. Absolutely innocent.
Okay.
Corrupt cops, bad cops, all over Boston.
Sure. Okay.
You could see it from the minute you saw those bald-headed guys.
Yeah.
Love that.
But she
I almost
probably
said
is
Jews,
innocent.
but that's not even. They're not really cops.
So do you think Karen Reed's innocent?
I don't know, because every time I watch true crime, I'm like, oh.
Do you think Amanda Knox?
Little tenants. I don't know as much about that.
Oh, is that the one who killed her?
And her
Italy.
roommate
Or
in Italy. Yeah.
Alleged. Yeah, I think something like sus happened. I don't think
Yeah.
she like meant to kill. Maybe it was like an accident and she tried to cover it.
They were just worshiping the devil. And,
yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like regular stuff.
Usual study abroad things.
Yeah.
People come back from study abroad all weird
Yeah.
because they killed their roommate. Ciao. Did you study abroad?
No.
Me neither.
I mean, I guess I'm just trying to make a bit like abroad.
Did you study abroad?
Studied abroad, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely did that. Where'd you go to college?
I went to school in Jersey for like 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got your associate's degree?
No, I dropped out. I was
Really?
like, I want to do show business.
Yeah, I want to be a comedian, ma.
Yeah.
Where was your first show ever? Or first mic ever?
It was at a Panera Bread when I was 15.
No way.
Wait, but do you want to do
They had
this?
an open
Do you
mic
want to
there?
do this or do you want to do Karen Reed?
Okay.
You're high.
I'm
so-
intrigued. I am.
Yeah.
Am I being annoying? Am I being annoying?
No.
I was intrigued by the Panera Bread open mic.
I'm
okay.
just saying, because sometimes I listen to podcasts and I go, get back to the thing.
Right, I know. I interrupted your road rage too. I think people wanted
It's
us to
okay.
riff more on that.
It's okay.
And then Karen Reed. So
let's
there's
talk
a
about Karen
documentary
Reed.
on
Let's do-
HBO. Karen Reed is like no personality whatsoever.
Okay.
So speaking of people you don't like, people who are unlikable, it's hard to root for her.
Really?
She's very. You ever just meet someone, you're like, you got nothing.
Oh,
Not
okay.
even in a bad way. They're just nothing behind the eyes.
She's like
They
the
just
lady
go
at the
home.
office
Yeah.
where it's like,
Go
she's like
routines.
she's like Carolyn, where you're like, if we have to pin a murder on somebody.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
No, not you, but I'm just like whoever's
Yeah.
like
Just and you're like, okay.
yeah.
Like no original thoughts.
No, not Carolyn, because Carolyn's a bad example. But
Right.
I'm trying to think of somebody. Yeah, the person at the office who's just like who's like a drag.
You're like, who is
Yeah.
this person?
Yeah.
Even not even a
bet we
drag,
can-
just like a blank
slate.
blank
They're
slate.
like a
You're
a blank
she's
slate.
And she's like, I didn't do it. That's the thing. There was one day the jury was arguing all day and they still didn't have an answer. She's like, at this point, I just want to go home and eat dinner. She's basic. And so the story goes, Karen Reed went to see her boyfriend, John. He's a cop.
Yeah.
So it's all these cops. All these cops are at this house she goes to. And she waits there for him. John, where the are you? Where the are you? Where the fuck are you, John?
She's
John,
outside?
She's like in the house. She's
the
in the
house.
breezeway. Massachusetts people love a breezeway. That's connecting between the garage and the house. You know, like that room on the side?
Okay, yeah.
They love a breezeway over there.
It's like a little outside porch.
But it's inside. It connects the garage to the home.
Okay.
But it's
Oh.
a little kind of like
Can you
sometimes
Google
a mud
that,
room.
Carolyn?
Yeah.
Sometimes a mud room. Sometimes a mud room. It's
Yeah.
like on a colonial
Okay,
home.
okay.
You'll see. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So she's in the breezeway. He doesn't come. So she backs out of the driveway, and then she goes home. She goes, John. She goes back, gets her girlfriends to go. John is not answering this phone. John is not answering this phone. She goes back. John's in the front yard, dead. Body's dead. Dead body. Oh my God, help me. Help me. And then like 10 people are like, then at one point she said,
She was like, John, we were supposed to see the Avengers movie.
What the hell? I got 2 tickets for tomorrow at 2.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then we were supposed to go to Lowe's.
We were supposed to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory and then pay less. The mall has good deals tomorrow. There's a blizzard, so no one really knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Long story short, the whole premise of this series on HBO is she got the lawyer who fought for her, Kevin Spacey. Got Kevin Spacey off. So he's like, big time lawyer, hair plugs. I hate hair plugs. They're so obvious. I mean, respect, because I also hate bald guys, so you really can't win.
What about a wig?
Absolutely not.
Wigs should be, more guys should wear wigs.
Yeah, they should. They're so obvious.
Yeah.
Toupees are funny. So the defendants, it ended up in a hung jury. She's going to trial again, April 2025.
Okay.
And the defendant
But
said...
her boyfriend was just dead on the front lawn.
Dead on the front lawn.
From what, a gunshot?
No.
He was like beat to death.
The story is she got accused of hitting him with her car.
Okay.
But the wounds that he has are to his head, and he has like lacerations on his arm that look basically like an animal mauled him. Okay, and they got the data from her car. She accelerated 0 to 25. She had a broken taillight. But then if you look at the footage from the garage, she actually hit his car, so you can see where the taillight broke. So did the taillight hit his body? And his body was all the way across the lawn, so her car would send him across the lawn, but the taillight's only broken a little bit. So what her lawyer's coming up with is something happened to this guy. His buddies inside wanted to do a fucking favor for him. No one wanted to be pinned on him dying, so they threw him in the front lawn. During the investigation of the car, one of the cops took some of her taillight, sprinkled it over the front lawn. And made it look like she hit him with her car.
Because what happened? Because all his friends beat him to death?
They were saying no one has gone into that house yet. And that is a huge miss for the investigation. Because something happened inside of that house that we don't know about.
Yeah.
And no one's talking. I think he might have done some shit and then they tried to do other shit. The injuries he had do not match up with a car moving 0 to 25.
Sure.
Flying across, and then they brought, there's all investigation stuff.
Yeah.
So I went into it saying this bitch did it, and now I'm leaving it saying, I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
But that's true crime in general.
Were people after the guy? Like, was there a reason to...
Well, they went, okay, yep. So they went back. And Karen Reed, I guess, is a little bit,
She is?
She was texting some of the other cops, hey, I know you want this. And so that was her reason. But I think they're just trash Boston.
Right.
And then he said, there's driving, there's drinking.
Interesting.
I think maybe he passed out. When I was in college, there was a house called when they're not fraternities, but they're like brotherhoods. And they're just, like, they were called.
But they're like 38.
And but there's no Greek recognition, but they are like a group that hangs out together. We had one called the Pigs.
Okay.
Pigs. And they lived in a house off campus. And the guy was in the Pigs, and he was also on the lacrosse team.
Because isn't it multiple generations of guys that were like at the house? Wasn't it like a family?
Yes.
A dad and their sons?
The dad was there.
Yeah.
And the cop's dad didn't come out until...
And they're all cops.
Like 7, 8, all cops. And also, what happened in college was this guy died, but no one called 911 until like a couple hours later. So
Why?
they cleaned up everything in the house first. I think so they wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
So they let this kid die, but he had coke, alcohol poisoning, blah, blah, blah.
So he was already dead and they started cleaning up the house.
No, he probably could have survived, and they were like, fuck. So the time that they took to do all that, they fucked with it. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking a little in the Karen Reed situation. Maybe some shit happened, and they're like, let's make it look like she did it or some shit. I don't know. Or she's in on it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like she did it, but because he was like beat. But like what happened? He just went to his friend's house and they beat the shit out of him.
But it was also very Karen Reed friendly miniseries. It was also very lean. Like she's being interviewed, only her side is being interviewed in like nice 4K lighting.
Yeah.
And then the cops just look like meatheads in the court footage, and you're like, whoa. Well, the whole thing is she would get to court and she would like be socialized. She'd be like to her family, and then they would start and she'd be like, So they're like the sort of behavior of Karen Reed during the trial
hard to kill somebody
was
accidentally
unsettling.
with your car.
That's what I think. And she's saying, did I hit him? I mean, she's so nothing is up there that I don't think she did it.
Right.
Because she would have to be conniving to like lie this far. She's literally like, I don't know what happened.
But have you ever been like accused of something and you know that you're innocent?
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, yeah, I don't care, like whatever.
I don't. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm
like
an open book.
she's
like
like,
ask me whatever
whatever
you want to ask me.
Yeah, that's like when you didn't. You're like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go off. Yeah, so the economy,
happening
Trump's putting tariffs, and then China backlash. Beijing will not budge.
What do you think of China?
Beijing will not budge.
What is your perception of China?
It's scary, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like they have some underground building that's happening that we don't even know about. I feel like we're about to get corrupt by them. We're about to be in a China state,
Right.
if I had to guess.
And our
There's
whole
something
lives.
brewing under there, and Trump isn't poking at that bear.
Yeah.
And we're about to just be like, have fun, like enjoy Google now, enjoy Twitter, social media, and your likes and your shares and your stories.
It's not gonna last forever.
And your reels and your TikToks. It's over soon.
But aren't you like excited?
We're about to be in a censored state.
But are you excited for the Chinese century? Even if
I'm
we do have to be
excited
slaves?
if it takes away some of the decision making I have, because I'm like, should I make a special? Should I not?
Yeah.
Under a Chinese regime.
Yeah. They'll be like,
Ain't
no
no
more podcasts.
Yeah. No more special. No more bucket. Bucket outlawed.
They assign Maddy like a retarded Chinese guy.
Oh yeah, I'm like
Chinese guy,
his caretaker, and I think that's how it'll be. I'm good. They'll probably kill me because they're like too many women. They're gonna go back to like if you born a woman, you're kicking.
Right.
Probably genetic
It's funny
testing.
how our whole lives, like America's been number one. We've
I
never had to
know.
think about anybody else
bizarre.
having more
It's
power.
probably like growing up in New England in the 2000s.
Right. Right.
Patriots are on fire.
Yeah.
And then later you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Growing up, the Bills, people talk about the Buffalo Bills in 1994.
Sure.
Fucking
A good run.
tossing that pigskin.
Yeah.
And then you grow up and it's not what it was. So America, I was in the 90s, Clinton. Clinton was rocking it. Everyone's homes were.
And everybody go, this is the greatest country in the world.
People were putting up wallpaper with borders.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There was curtain fixtures, wall treatments,
There's
in
vans with
everyone's
wood
home.
paneling.
Vans with wood That's Clinton for you.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
That was a luxury.
What happened? 9/11.
9/11.
And then Obama. Remember, Obama was president. My mom would be like, I can't pick you up anymore. Gas is $5 a gallon.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, like you should be further along by now.
Sure.
And now I'm getting the brunt of you not being able to put gas in your Camry.
And China tells us like what movies to make,
Yes, they do.
and they're like,
They're not gonna. Did China just say they're not putting out American films anymore?
what's
So
that?
I'm fucked
Yeah.
as an actress.
Yeah.
I
Me
think
too.
overall people buy too much. I think people like every day I open my
I
apartment.
don't buy
door,
anything.
I minimal.
I buy like a coffee every day and like some groceries.
I buy coffee, some groceries.
I need clothes really bad. As you can see, I need some
I
clothes
love
to
the
fit.
quarter zip. I love the quarter zip. If I'm on the road, like I got a little Blue Bell T-shirt. Look what it says on the back.
The best ice cream in the country.
Wow.
good.
Yeah,
And what's this?
Yeah.
What's this brand?
Somebody wrote
Blue
that.
Bell,
Okay.
Blue Bell,
Wow.
$9.
That's
Nice.
So if I'm out and about, I'll go get a T-shirt. But I'll open my apartment door. Every apartment, Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. People are.
I know that's what. Yeah. What are people?
They're
what are
like,
people
oh my god,
buying?
I'm out of floss. Amazon, one thing in a
Yeah.
huge box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a guess on
And
that.
they're gonna learn that it's not happening anymore.
Which is
You
kind
can't
of
just do that.
it's kind
and
of
you shouldn't
exciting,
be doing
right?
that.
Yeah.
We need to get back to these are my items. Every so often, I need a new item.
They're gonna have to
and
live
I will
like
get
us.
out of my home and
Yeah.
I will get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Dwayne Reed. I'm gonna say, hey, can you unlock the
And
deodorants for
they're
me?
going to say, can you give proof of ID? And I'm going to say, I didn't bring it. I live down the street. You can't open that unless you have proof of ID.
Yeah.
And then I will say, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then I will go back to ordering on Amazon.
Right.
But you need to give it a shot once.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff that people buy on a regular basis.
You're like, yes, the face wash, please.
Yes. Yeah. I hate that stuff in the stores with it all locked up.
I hate it too, but it seems like everybody's stealing. See, sometimes I steal and I go, oh, I really cracked the
I
code
know.
here.
Yeah.
But everybody steals.
Yes, they do.
Everybody steals. Do you steal?
No, I feel like I'm too much of a pussy.
Right.
If I was like sneakier or more like nonchalant, for sure. But I look like a deer in headlights at all times.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I will steal if in my mind I can justify why if they saw me on security camera, I could be like, oh, I didn't realize it was in there.
Yeah.
So like I was getting coffee at the lobby hotel
it's just-
lobby store,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, I don't know where to put anything, and I had a seltzer in my hand. I put it in the bag, so you would think I was just setting it down because the coffee was overwhelming me.
Right. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking know.
Or
it's
if you
anything.
can keep something like in your hand, and then
Yes,
technically you're not really
yes.
concealing it.
But there's only so many things you can keep in your
Keep in
hand.
your hand, yeah.
So I steal out of chapstick, single Reese's cups.
Okay. But I feel like everybody, if you go to the airport, if you go to Whole Foods
Yeah.
or Target, everybody's so checked out because nobody's like paid enough.
Well, they're not
so they
checking
don't-
out. I'll tell you that much.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
I
true,
stole a
man.
book from an airport store.
That's cool.
Yeah. The line was like 2 people too long. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Bye.
Nice.
I'll enjoy my time with Barack Obama.
Nice.
His memoir.
Oh yeah. He's in the airport. He sees you steal it.
Yeah. Dude, I was walking through TSA, sweatpants on.
Mm-hmm.
This guy walks by me. He's like, hey, you know you got a sticker on your ass.
Uh-huh.
I said, bitch, why were you
Don't
looking?
talk to me. Yeah.
Why were you looking? It was this big, by the way. He's, aren't you glad I told you? No, because now I know you're a fucking pervert.
Yeah. Although I do feel an urge to like talk to people in the airport for some reason.
I don't at all.
No?
Do not speak to me.
When I see somebody with like 3 kids, or I see a single mom with 3
Yeah.
kids, I want to like pat her on the back and go, "Nice job."
Wow.
Yeah.
And she would actually,
go, "They're being-
she would
I
say,
wanna go, they're being-"
please do not touch me.
Yeah. She probably would.
One time I came up to a woman, I was like, first year in New York, I walked up to a woman on the subway platform and I was like, excuse, and she was like, do not get that close to me.
What?
And she's like, this is a scary platform.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like a white woman with a yoga mat. I
That
was, like,
happened this
asking
morning.
her-
That happened this morning on the train. There was a guy standing next to like this kid.
Yeah.
And the kid goes, "Why you gotta stand so close to me, bro?"
Yeah. Don't stand so
On the
close
subway.
to me.
On the subway at like rush hour.
That's hilarious.
He goes, "Why you gotta stand right next to me, bro?"
Honestly, that's how it feels sometimes.
Hmm.
One time I was walking through a revolving door and a woman got in the pane with me. Like
Oh, really? That's too much.
I look behind her, I go, oh.
Yeah.
And she's, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We're stuck in here.
Right.
Windows start fogging up.
Yeah. It's
Ridiculous.
1 per person. It's like a basic rule of.
Basic rule.
Yeah. How do you feel about the when people, and I don't know if this is like, this might be like classist, but when people are watching videos on their phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it. I
The
really
worst
don't like
is when
it.
it's like some sort of Frogger game with coins.
Yeah,
So it's like,
it's always-
winging,
it's
winging, winging. Oh my God. And he doesn't give a fuck. Bling, 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 bling.
yeah. They're playing Sonic the Hedgehog at like full. Yeah.
Yeah. Hate that.
No.
Wait, Hate.
Or they're like scrolling through TikTok. And it's like,
You know what I hate? I
What?
hate the TikTok.
yeah.
Instagram Reels. My mom will be on Facebook, and if you press a like and your phone sound is on, it's like bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, Derek's in Maine. Bloop.
Right.
You know what I hate? Fucking. You know what I hate when you're in your own neighborhood, you're 2 blocks from your place, and someone with a clipboard tries to like pin you down.
Yeah.
Excuse me, miss. I was wearing a shirt with like, I don't know, a cat on it. Oh, excuse me, miss. I love your sweatshirt. I have a cat too. Can I talk to you? Absolutely not. I'm 2 blocks from my home. This is an
Right.
invasion of privacy.
Right.
No.
But
Are you registered to vote, miss?
yeah. But I mean that's like a tough job.
I don't care.
I feel like if you let them down gently, it's like easier.
I literally go,
because so many people ignore them. I feel like if you go, I'm sorry, I'm late for something, but good luck.
I think it's the worst
They're out
way
there
to
for,
market.
like-
It's gonna turn
No, it's
people
actually-
like
it's-
anti. No,
So you would think that, but I was in Denver, like in like 20.
Denver is not. But keep going. Denver's like the where protests and like grassroots originated. So
No, but in like 2017, I was in Boulder, and somebody stopped me on the street and said, "Do you have a minute?" And I said, yeah, I guess." I'm thinking like, how do I get rid of this person?
Mm-hmm.
But she just like talked and talked and talked, signed me up for Save the Children.
Oh my
monthly
God.
donation for Save the Children, and I've been donating to Save the Children for like
you have no money.
yeah, I know, but every month Save the Children.
It's going right to their CEO.
It's going right to their
You're
CEO.
paying the CEO's
but I
salary.
can't. But I don't want to call Save the Children and be
I
like,
know,
you
it's
know.
so hey.
But I'm saying like $26 a month times 12
Is it
times
that much?
7. I've given
That's
them
a
probably
lot.
like
That's a
thousands of
high-end-
dollars.
That's like Disney Plus, ESPN, like Hulu
Yeah.
package.
I know.
That's so fucked.
I know. But I'm saying like it is effective marketing because you sign up and then you forget.
You forget. Yeah.
forget.
Yeah.
Because
I would never sign
sometimes
up.
I go, I'll give you $20 right now, and they go,
Right.
actually we can't take the donations that way.
Yeah, because the CEO
I need
cannot
your credit
accept
card
cash
number
payments
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need your credit card because he wants to put a bowling alley in his basement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
But,
do
you know,
not.
it's
I
good.
don't fuck with that.
You don't give to anybody?
No.
You don't give to any charities?
No, I do. I do. I think I got one going to the ACLU.
Mm-hmm.
I get a
See,
little
my
card
thing,
from
my
them.
thing now is like, and I'll be scrolling through TikTok, and I'll get like people in Gaza, and they'll be like, "Please don't skip me. I need your help." And then I go, "There's just too many of these."
Yeah, you do one, you got to do them all. Because if you do
Yeah.
one, you'll feel worse about
You'll
not doing
feel
them
worse
all.
by not doing
so
the
you do
other
none.
ones. Yeah.
And I think it's good if it comes from a certified source, right?
No, I think those are worse because they'll go to like the overhead.
But I mean like a trusted, like I'm collecting money for this
oh, I guess.
purpose.
Yeah, I guess.
I had yesterday. I got a Venmo request for $100,
From who?
which, by the way, I don't know. I need to
Because
find.
I have
figure
a
out how
guy.
to
I have a
privatize
guy requesting me too.
this. Really?
Yeah.
And
Does
what
his
does he
name
say?
start with a C?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's
How did that
so
happen?
Funny. I don't know, but he Venmo requested me. He goes, "You're me and my daughter's favorite comedian."
too.
Is he doing that to all
Yeah,
the comedians?
he
That's
said
really
that too.
Funny.
Please
Yeah.
help me. I'm going to have to sell my guitar. It's the last thing my
Yeah,
dad.
yeah.
It's the last thing my dad had from his
Yeah.
death.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he sent me
I
1
just
cent
wanna
today
be
and
like,
said the same thing.
Me too.
Yeah, hilarious.
That's really funny.
Motherfucker's requesting. I thought he was trying to
Request.
pay. I wanted to send. Oh, you forgot. You did the wrong button. I
Yeah,
thought when I saw you're my
I think there's a
daughter's
little
favorite
mistake.
comedian, I thought it was like, hey, like love what you do. Can't. I can't. I was like, oh, look at this.
Hey, pal, there's a little mistake
I
here.
can't make a show.
You forgot to send me money.
$100. Who do you think sent it?
Yeah. What?
Who do you think of all of us sent it?
I don't know, but is he doing it to everybody?
If it's us too, then I would think there's more out there.
Oh, who do I think sent it? I don't.
In what world are
I
me
don't
and
know.
you that someone's only comedians that they?
Sure.
If it's me and you, it's that they're definitely also at every single show. Like I saw Lewis last week.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to Skankfest.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he needs money, but I did send him like $25 the last time he requested. And he
Oh.
requested like $250. But I was like, here's what I can give you 25.
You gave him money and not people in Gaza.
Yeah, I think so.
They get you.
Rattlesnake.
And I feel so bad 'cause it's like
Rattlesnake.
the Gaza videos will be like, please, if you skip me, you will have to answer to God. But sometimes I'll just write a comment. I'll write boost. That's so fun. Yeah, I knew that was like that had to be a scam.
Yeah. Scam.
But that's funny that he's doing it to multiple people.
Yeah, I'm.
Sell your fucking.
Every time someone, I'm such a huge
sell your
fan.
guitar. That's more dignified than
Absolutely.
hitting up comedians for money.
Sell your guitar.
Yeah.
Sell your blood.
Yeah. Sell your daughter.
Yeah. Like,
Mike, we're gonna do a fishbowl question.
Okay.
Keep things going.
Yeah.
Is there a country you'd like to visit?
Yeah, I think maybe Turkey.
Oh, or Turkey?
Yeah.
Okay. And why you like their food?
I like their food, yeah.
Me too.
And it seems like a nice buffer between like the actual Middle East.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like right between Europe and like Syria.
A little more scenic.
Yeah.
A little more
a
welcoming.
little more European.
A little looser religious wise, I think.
I would think so, yeah.
And some sights to see. Mm-hmm. Istanbul.
There's a big
right?
mosque.
You could go see a
Looks
mosque.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
What country would I like to visit? Oh,
See, I would go anywhere, but I feel like Europe is like I've seen enough of Europe.
I've seen none of Europe. I
Really?
went to Amsterdam. I went to London, and I've been to Ireland, but I haven't been to France, Germany, Belgium.
Yeah, I haven't been to. Yeah.
Never been to Italy. I've never been to Greece. I would love to go to Greece. And I
I
would
hear
love
it's nice.
would love
Croatia's nice.
Yeah, I would rather go to Greece. I would
Yeah.
rather go to Greece. I want to go. I want to get one of those white houses on the in the hill where it's made of clay and
Yeah.
go down to the bay and swim all day with my lover who I just met
Nice.
that morning. He's spotted me from down the alley because he was selling cod, fresh cod.
He's 80 years
Fresh
old.
cod. Yes, 80. I said, jump in. He's like, oh, I don't do the water anymore. I was like, it's good for your bones.
Yeah.
So we fell in love. We
Nice.
fell in love in Ibiza. To show Avicii I was cool. So I would go to Greece, I think. I love
Okay.
Greek food.
I like Greek food a lot.
Love their desserts. A little sticky honey.
Oh, okay.
A little like phyllo dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like tzatziki. It shouldn't really work.
Love tzatziki.
Yeah, it like shouldn't work, but it does. you
I know. It's
Yogurt sauce.
bizarre.
Yeah.
And it really, like if it's made well, you're like, damn, that feels like it could be unhealthy, but it really is healthy. A little yogurt, cucumber, dill,
Yogurt,
salt and pepper.
Yeah. Dill's a good herb.
I cooked up a salmon last night, a fillet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me too.
Really? We're eating
they were
salmon at the same
yeah, I
time?
guess we were,
That's
yeah.
so romantic. Did you bake it? I do a quick bake.
In my little like air fryer oven.
Oh, I've never used
I got
an
that
air
little.
fryer.
Well, I got that little air fryer oven.
Yeah.
And it's like nice. You don't have to preheat it or anything.
Right, just pop it in. I have a
Yeah.
little toaster oven thingy. Those are nice.
Yeah.
It's like a steam toaster oven. So you put a little tiny bit of water. And
Oh.
it steams from all around and toasts it up.
Okay.
Best toast I ever had in my life.
Oh yeah.
With a little pat of butter.
Okay. Nice.
What foods are you looking forward to eating now that it's about to be summer? I know you're a big chef, Mike. I know you're a big chef.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out on
Yeah.
cooking.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
I
yeah.
definitely get over the dish aspect, and like I'll cook once, and I have a really hard time with picking up after myself.
Yeah.
So I'll cook once, dishes stay. 3 days later, gotta do all these dishes, never cooking again.
Right.
A week later, I'll cook again.
Yeah. The summer fruit's really good.
All the plums and pears,
The plums and the
peaches.
peaches and the
God, I love a peach.
yeah.
A apricot or nectarines.
Nectarines are good. Watermelon's good.
I love watermelon.
Cherries are good.
Cherries go crazy.
Yeah.
A nice. I love when you get them at the store and you pour the quart into the plastic bags and it's just a bag of cherries, like a big scrotum. I carry a bag of cherries over me with a stick, like an old school hobo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. And then
Any room at the inn?
when the cops go, "What are you doing?" They
Yeah.
give me this.
Yeah.
It spills everywhere.
everywhere.
And they roll in the cherries like a
Yeah,
crack and
yeah.
they fall over.
And the piano
you get
falls
to
on
run
them.
away. The piano falls on them, and you get to elude the police once
yeah,
again.
yow!
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go to the next town.
You don't see a lot of hobos anymore, huh?
No, now it's just
Just homeless people who stab women in the neck
Homeless
with
people on heroin.
broken- yeah.
yeah, it's that kind of vibe, isn't it?
that kind of vibe.
It's
There's no-
less whimsical for sure.
Yeah.
Back in the day, a hobo would teach you a lesson
Teach
and
you a
then
lesson.
disappear. And now it really is The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I say that respectfully. I say it respectfully. I think a lot of them are too far gone. I don't know if this is rude to say, but
But do you think that they made it like it's not a bad life to like ride around in boxcars? Like it's not.
no,
really,
like, oh,
it's
brother, art
better-
thou vibes?
Yeah.
I am constant sorrow. I seen trouble all my days. George Clooney in that is so fucking hot.
Is he?
I do not care if he's gay. I would fuck him.
Sure. Okay. Just be careful.
Of what?
Speak of
Falling in love.
No, of HIV.
George, what I know, right? I'll have to get my prep.
Of HIV/AIDS. Yeah.
I have to get my prep and my condom, my dental dam.
Yeah. Is he gay?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
for
There's like
sure?
a few leading men who everyone knows is gay. Will Smith, but swinger vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can. He can do
Shawn
what he wants.
Mendes.
Oh, totally.
There's nothing holding me back. From Cock. Okay, what state would you visit that you haven't visited?
I don't know. Have you? What states have you not been to? I
North
haven't-
Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, I've never been to
I'm going
Mississippi.
to Fargo in a couple weeks.
Okay, I know. I think that'll be fun.
Mississippi, that's like the worst state, right?
It has to be.
Yeah.
I think I've been everywhere.
I've never
else,
been to.
though.
I don't think I've ever been to Kansas.
I've been
What's
to Wichita.
Kansas like? Yeah.
Flat.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of place you can watch your dog run away for 3 days.
Okay. Okay.
I love saying that.
Yeah.
I love old school sayings.
Yeah. Me too.
Why are they so much funnier than?
I like somebody said the other day. They said he'll cook his own goose.
Oh yeah.
And I said I like that.
I love that.
Yeah. 'Cause it doesn't really make sense.
I think it means you'll get yourself in trouble.
You'll get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because goose prize, like, right?
Yeah, but cooking a goose
Golden egg.
isn't that like good? 'Cause
No,
then you
I
have
think
a-
it's like you're fucked. You'll cook your own goose.
His goose is cooked.
Yeah, right? I could be totally wrong.
No, you're right.
No,
That's what
yeah.
it means.
Goose
It's
egg,
fun.
0.
Yeah.
Am I bobbing right now?
No.
Or are
Am
we
I?
having fun?
I'm
No,
having fun.
I feel like I'm being annoying.
I'm having fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we do a segment?
Let's do a segment.
Okay, what should the segment be?
The segment is
Okay,
How
let's
about-
play Shark Tank and we pitch each other products.
I was thinking about that last night actually.
Okay.
I was imagining because my kid likes to tickle me a lot.
Okay, does it freak you out?
Yeah, I really don't like being tickled.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And I do have a joke in my stand-up about how when men are tickled, it unleashes
Yeah.
a beast in them.
Right,
It turns you into the strongest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want
Yeah.
to be touched there.
Well, because we all had like an uncle who did it. I
Oh,
think, or
right.
something.
It goes
Yeah.
back to molestation for sure.
But it wasn't like molestation, but it is definitely like a power
It's like a
thing.
childhood,
Yeah.
Because I remember getting tickled as a child to the point where like I'm crying
Mm-hmm.
because I want it to stop so bad, and everyone is laughing at you,
Yeah.
laughing
Yeah. But my kid has figured out that I like really don't like it.
Right.
So he does it.
on
to,
where
like,
your
mess
feet,
with me a
feet in
little
your
bit.
armpits,
What's that?
feet, armpits, stomach.
Armpits.
Yeah.
Armpits. He'll reach up to my armpits
Yeah.
and like and then like even after it happens, I feel kind of like
You
violated.
feel weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate being tickled.
I just
It's like intolerable for me.
Uh-huh.
Like I will punch. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm so annoying. Like I will punch someone.
What would you do? Like armpit guards?
That's what I was thinking going on, but
Oh, okay, yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah.
Shark Tank, and you're like, "Hey, we all have a 3-year-old who tickles us, but what if you put these armpit guards here, then
That's
you don't feel
good.
anything?" But then the shark's
That's
like,
good.
"What? No, what the fuck are you talking about?" And then I just have a meltdown on my son.
No, but I think there would be one person who would connect with it because he's like, I hate being tickled.
yeah,
It's like Barbara Cochran.
right.
This actually resonates with me a lot, Mike. I love this idea. My husband nonstop tickles me, and he knows I hate it.
Yeah.
I will go 2% on $40 million for the armpit guards.
But then Mr. Wonderful's like,
And you're
"What
like,
is
"Thank
this?
you."
What is this crap? This is the worst idea I've ever seen."
This is worth
And then
fucking
you're like,
bleeped. This is worth idea I've ever saw.
But then you like hold him down, you tickle him.
Yes.
I bet you wish you had one of my armpit guards.
And then you get it. That's good. Okay, armpit guard.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to think of mine.
You know when they have like a kid on Shark Tank? Like sometimes they'll have a kid on.
He's like, I would like to present
Yeah.
the ice cream scooper
Yeah.
that tastes good.
I would like to do a sketch where it's like a kid and his dad is like a wigger.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, but don't be disrespecting my son." And he like gets into it with the sharks.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he feels like he's
And
disrespected.
he's his manager too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine one of your parents is your manager. Like I just watched The Fighter with fucking Christian Bale. And his and Mike Wawa.
Yeah.
Mike Wawa. Mike Wawa. Their mom is the manager.
She
Hilarious.
won the Oscar for that, right?
She did.
I think so.
Damn.
Melissa Leo, I think she won Best
She was
Supporting
great.
Actress. She
was
was
great.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, but it's one of those movies I don't remember anything.
It's two brothers, boxers,
One's a
and
drug
one is a
addict,
crack
one's
addict.
a
They
crack
didn't know he was.
addict, yeah.
They didn't know everyone knew until like they made a documentary about him being a crack addict. I want to reimburse, and then with fucking Mark Wahlberg starts dating Amy Adams, and they're like, "Fuck you, slut." She's like, "I'm not slut. He's gonna make money how he wants to make money."
Right.
Bunch of trash, fighting
Yeah.
back and forth. A lot of short denim skirts.
More Boston. I guess that's the theme
Boston.
Of it.
He wins the fight. Boston.
Boston trash.
So many Boston movies.
Yeah.
I just watched The Town as well.
How's that?
And, they're all wearing shirts like yours, but on the back it says Boston in 57 size font.
Yeah.
Boston. Here
Yeah.
in Beantown. That's not Beantown Heroes. Bleh.
They got to get over
Charlestown.
themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to visit, but it's not like somewhere you want to put roots down.
Agreed. Fun to
Yeah.
visit for like one day,
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
sleep over.
Yeah.
You sleep over in Boston, you're like, this sucks.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd rather live in like Long Island than Boston. It's like depressing.
I think it's depressing.
Yeah,
I think it's cool if you like go to Harvard and work at Harvard.
I guess.
Then you're like, I work at Harvard,
Right.
but as like a professor.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm out.
It's really like the best and worst white people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed. I opened for Theo in Boston. There's a couple shows I couldn't get and like the vibes I was getting was
Really?
like, not positive.
Yeah.
Like Theo fans times Boston.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
They, like stiffen up when I walk out there.
And it's hard to drive through too.
They're drinking their beer.
Yeah.
Red face.
Not for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because she looks like our cousin Mary. Multiple people were like, I thought you were my niece
Oh yeah.
in Boston.
Okay.
And I'm like, what's up, fuckers? So like,
Nice. Let's do another thing from the fishbowl.
what's your favorite year in U.S. history?
My favorite era?
Year or era?
Year?
Year or era? What does that year? It says year.
I guess like the 60s were pretty cool.
60s look cool. Television. Fucking, who's this new cool Catholic guy and who's the president?
Yeah.
Who's this young guy? Bangle bracelets,
Uh-huh.
women.
That's a different year. Right?
Headbands.
Or is that the same year?
I mean, like, I guess like I'm Jackie O
Yeah.
with her big hats and little suit dresses and stuff. Things got a little more elevated in the 60s.
For sure.
50s is like Pleasantville.
Yeah.
And then 60s, people are smoking dope.
People are smoking dope.
Have
and
you
they're-
heard of the Beatles?
And they're doing interracial stuff.
The Beatles are doing rock and roll.
Uh-huh.
And you should be scared.
Yeah.
And all of that turmoil unfolds with Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the 70s, who's going?
There's a lot going on.
Who's
There's a
not
lot.
going?
There's a lot going on now too.
Yeah,
It's,
in different ways and weirder ways.
yeah.
I feel like
When was it chill? Were the 90s chill? I guess the 90s,
the 90s
were pretty
chill.
cool.
I think, like I said, I feel like people had houses, but it wasn't chill because there was a lot of, I didn't live in inner
Crime?
city.
Yeah.
I don't think inner cities were doing well.
Right.
I don't think cities in general.
Right.
But out here in the suburbs, grass was fucking green, bitch.
Yeah.
My life was good in the 90s.
It was good.
Yeah.
98, I think the America kind of peaked.
Oh yeah.
You know,
And then
Mad TV.
Oh yeah.
Mad TV. Sex and the City, I think, came out in 1999.
Okay.
Sopranos came out what year?
99, I think.
99.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we getting good.
Yeah.
2001, 9/11, Y2K
2001,
turned people
9/11.
a little bit weird. But there
But then
was
what
a
do we have-
little
but
bit
then
of a
what do we
kind
have-
of boom, 2003 to 10 of
'Cause it right
arts
after-
and movies and
Yeah, we had Ja Rule.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Superbad, 2006.
Right after 9/11, we had Ja Rule.
Right after 9/11, Ja Rule.
And he rapped like this.
And then we had Ludacris.
Yeah.
Like, when I move, you move. Just like that. Stand up.
Yeah.
Beautiful song.
Stand up.
Act a fool.
He wore big shoes.
Big shoes.
Stop,
yeah.
drop, rub on your nipples. Some call me Ludacris. Some call me Mr. Giggles.
That was fun.
I don't think that would have existed if the Twin
Millennials,
Towers
there
were
will
still
never
here.
there will never be a Gen Z Ludacris
No,
because they care about being cool too much.
they're all so
They'll
cool.
never be like
Yeah.
cartoony. Yeah.
No, the girls like being hot.
Word of Mouth was his album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
I like the song that was with Busta Rhymes and it was "Touch It, Bring It, Babe." Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
I like
Turn it
everybody-
up, boom, 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 boom.
How about everybody in the club
Get intense.
tipsy?
Yo, teen drinking is very bad. Yo, I got a fake ID, dog. Yeah. One, here comes the two, to the three, to the four. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. Baby girl ass jiggle like she want more. Good song.
Yeah.
Everybody in the
Now
club
we
getting
on the
tipsy.
sideline stand. And
And
click.
the other good one
That means
was,
he has a gun. He has a gun in his pants, right? In that song.
Yeah, I think they're all referencing
We're gonna
guns
drink.
and but it's sort of the culture of that sort of trap, hip hop, T.I.
I liked Mystical.
Yeah, what did he do?
Danger. Watch your back.
Yeah, oh yeah. Boop.
Get on the floor. Yeah.
Kind of has like a low, like kind of Pharrell
Pharrell was huge.
Pharrell was huge.
Yeah.
Remember that song? It was like, change clothes and go. Girl, you know just what we do with Jay-Z.
Is there any Gen Z music that you like?
It's all a little bit too youthful for me. Like Olivia Rodrigo's like, I got my driver's license last.
Right.
Like, I've been driving for 16 years, honey.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And I don't like Sabrina Carpenter's vocals. I can't really get into her stuff.
Okay.
Some of Billie Eilish, maybe. Who else is a Gen Z artist?
Chappell Roan.
I like Chappell Roan.
I like her.
I like Chappell Roan.
I like Pink Pony Club.
Yeah.
But the HOTTO,
People get mad at her. People get mad at her because they're like, oh, she's so miserable.
Yeah.
But it's like, can't a bitch just be miserable?
True, but she is kind of annoying.
I'm sure she is annoying.
She is kind of annoying.
But why does she have to like go on podcasts and entertain you?
True.
Can't you just enjoy the songs?
Right. I mean, she should just say no to the podcast then and be more mysterious.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do these call her daddy and stuff,
Right.
and you're gonna be like, I mean, people with kids, just like, there's no life there.
I know, but it's like you're allowed to be annoying
You're
if
allowed
you
to-
make good
yeah.
music.
True, but
Like there wasn't like a podcast culture.
Oh,
you
I
have
think
to show every little part of
artist
yourself.
is annoying. You think
of
Van
course.
Gogh would have been normal and call her daddy? Like, listen, I just like to make art.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm not even focused on
No, I-
anyone else. It's this weird thing where I just like let go.
You know,
No,
I
he's
took
like, art to me is
Yeah.
my passion.
I took a risk. I chopped my ear off
Yeah.
and mailed it.
It was obviously weird, but
Yeah, I like to mail my cum to women sometimes.
yeah. But now I'm back on Prozac, so I think that's been helping a lot.
Right.
I did a lot of like listening and thinking.
That's interesting that you bring that up because I was watching on Instagram. I was watching like a video and it was like the best of the Arsenio Hall show, and I was swiping through and it was like Muhammad Ali, like
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, like all these like very people that I like very like A-list
Yeah.
celebrities.
Right.
But then that just made me think like you didn't have to hear them talk for 2 hours to somebody and hear
Right.
like what they were thinking.
Right.
So with Chappell Roan, it's like, yeah, why does she have to do that? Why can't the songs why can't the work just speak for itself? And why do we have to
Dude.
like know what she thinks about everything?
I don't think everyone should be on all these shows.
Because how do you know like Whitney
think it's
Houston
one
wasn't
thing to
really
do,
annoying
like-
or you know?
I know. I think it's one. Yeah, she would probably have been manic on Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
She was on with Barbara
right,
Walters.
yeah.
Right. It was like the downfall of her
Right.
Right.
Did you ever see? You know, Oprah has like one song.
No.
Did you ever see Whitney like keep bringing it up to Oprah? Oprah's like, stop.
Really?
Stop. Yeah.
There was a Mad TV sketch where they did MTV Cribs, and it was
Yeah.
like Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they lived in like a crack house.
Oh my god. Hilarious.
There's no furniture in their house.
Hilarious.
And they're just smoking crack.
Hilarious.
But it's like, but I don't know. I feel like it like diminishes the work to be like, now we have to know everything about you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it diminished comedy even
Yeah.
because you know everything about a comedian, then they
About
get
a
on stage
comedian.
and refer to people in their lives by the first name.
Yeah.
So I said to Mike,
Yeah.
and Mike looked at me,
And then
and
we
they know
feel-
it's you.
Do you feel like you have to be on? I feel like I have to be on all the time.
Yeah, but less so than before. I feel like I used to act like I was on crack a lot.
Okay.
Because I like the lights and camera would go on. And, okay.
Yeah.
So now I feel more like I can chill, and people are like, I appreciate you being
Okay.
at a normal heart rate level
Okay.
this time.
That's good.
So it's fresh for people to see me.
Yeah.
Not on
Yeah.
because people were commenting like, is she on coke?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, yes. But I do, yeah, I think, you know what I think? I think if I'm not like overly zealous and bubbly when I meet people, they think like, they'll tell me like, when I first met you, I thought you hated me. Because they want me to be like, and I'm just like, how are you?
Sure.
Yeah. But that's just me. I'm crazy like that. Like when I first meet someone. You ever replay something you just said and you're like, I fucking hate myself?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do one more question for you, Mike, and then I know you got to pick up your kid from school.
What was that?
I didn't even get to pitch a product to you,
Oh, okay. Pitch one.
but
to me.
I don't know what it would be.
Yeah.
What's a good like business idea?
I don't know. It's hard to invent stuff, and they would make you do it when you were like in 4th grade.
I know.
They'd be like the Invention Fair,
I'm like,
And
I
then-
invented a robot to clean my room.
Yeah, right.
Science fair?
No, but
I would
when
be
I was
like,
in
I have
fourth grade-
no fucking idea.
When I was in 4th grade, we had to like actually make an invention.
Yeah.
And the one that won was like this girl. I don't think she won, but she like attached a feather duster to a dustbuster.
Hilarious.
She was like, "Oh, you can dust Invention
Yay.
now." And then like the people who won, they put like a Velcro flap in their cereal box, so now you can open up the cereal. I go,
Hilarious.
the cereal's gonna get stale. There's no
That's
bag. You need a bag.
hilarious.
It's gonna fuck up. How is this
Motherfuckers
winning?
put a command strip on their cereal
Put a
box.
command strip on their cereal box.
That is so funny.
It's like this
What did you
doesn't
do?
work. Well, my mom did it. Cochrane, yeah. They called the school. They're like, because it was for gifted and talented. They're like, so your son is pretty gifted. He did.
Yeah.
'Cause
He's
it's not-
imaginative.
It's 1997 and cock rings have not been invented yet.
Yes, he is a genius. You went
yeah.
to gifted and talented?
I was in gifted and talented. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Since like 3rd grade.
Through high school?
Whatever. Yeah.
Did they bus you to a different school?
No. It's just
It was
like.
within your school?
But they would like pull you out of class.
Yeah.
To be like, you're better than everybody.
Mike. Yeah, I know. Then they would like, and I remember getting pulled
But I
out a
remember
couple
too.
times, and you'd have to like sit with a different teacher and like write. You do more work, and I
Yeah.
would do badly to
I know,
be
but
like,
it's
I want to
like-
go back to class.
No, but
they're
it's
in,
like-
they're
it's
in
like-
computer time.
It's like a little advanced though. It's like a
Yeah.
little advanced. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was in it since like it was like their 3rd grade was like the original gifted and talented, and then in 4th grade they brought some new people in. But I always
and
remembered
you would
like,
be like, it's almost like I didn't see you here last year.
yeah.
Did you test in or?
Yeah. But yeah, you had to invent something.
Okay, and your mom and you did what?
We just sewed like it was for like kids with disabilities who pull their mittens off. So we just sewed mittens into a sweater.
Okay.
And it was like now the special needs kids
Yes.
won't pull the mittens off.
And that's good if you forget and lose stuff a lot. I would use
Yeah.
that. Mittens.
Yeah.
You're really going for the heartstrings with that one.
Yeah. I would sew a condom onto my onto my penis. It has like a little flap to empty it.
Yeah, right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
To empty it.
What would you sew to your body if you could sew anything? to your body?
I would sew probably my driver's license, passport,
Yeah.
my vape, like a
Yeah.
vape holder,
Yeah.
just like a little insert right here.
There's nothing worse. Everything in your
Keys,
wallet,
key holder,
everything in your wallet is replaceable except
Yeah.
that driver's license.
dude. What do you mean?
Losing
You
the
can ask
driver's
DMV.
licenses. What's that?
It's a pain.
It's a pain.
I lost mine, then I try to get a new one. They never sent it, but then I found my old one. So then I was using like an old license for a long time.
Oh, you were?
But my license photo, I'm fat as fuck, and
Uh-huh.
so I don't like to pull it out for. Like I carry my passport everywhere because that photo is way better.
Okay.
My license photo has people thinking it's a fake ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I look like the girl from Shameless, Debbie.
Really?
Yeah. People used to say to me, "Shameless."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anywho,
Hmm.
Mike, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
This was awesome.
Good. I'm
Did
glad
you
we
have
warmed
fun?
up. I did, yeah.
I thought it was great. Did you guys have fun?
You sure?
Yes, it was very funny.
Good.
First great one in, a week.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
since the last one.
Okay, good.
Mike, where can we find you?
I got a new show called Recine Time, and it's like a lot of fun. I still don't know how to promote it, but it's like part.
Dude, you go on other pods, you drop it.
No, I don't know how to like what to say about it.
Dude, it's your
because
podcast. Just say that.
It's my podcast, and it's like we do like sketches and we do
Yes.
some.
It's a little bit of a variety show mixed
It's a little
with
bit of a variety show
intellectual convo.
mixed with intellectual convo.
Producer Johnny is on the keys.
Yeah,
And Mike's had great, such as
And it's like a
Larry David's
podcast.
daughter.
I had Larry David's daughter.
And she was good.
Yeah, I had Nosferatu on the show.
Nosferatu.
I
Yeah.
had who did we just have on? Oh, I just did a little pedophile sting.
Yeah, he caught a predator.
I caught a predator.
Plot twist, the
So
guy
we do-
was not exactly what you were looking for.
Yeah, not what I was looking for.
Right. But you'll have to tune in to see.
Live and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So always, you guys, thanks for listening to the Madhouse.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your week.
See ya.
Peace.